Hi, everyone. I was born in Bangladesh 20 years after a brutal genocide and struggle for liberation that killed 3 million Bengalis over a period of only 9 months. Both my parents were children who lived through and survived the genocide of our people. Those of us who are from the global south are no stranger to the brutality of the imperial north, which we are witnessing live at this very moment in its mandated slaughter of Palestinians. We are unsurprised that white supremacist states like Canada, the US, Britain, Germany, and others can openly brutalize and annihilate brown and black bodies and not only get away with it, but claim moral justification for doing so. Imperial powers of this world have never shown hesitation before stealing our land, our resources, our culture, and our people. They then made us believe we need their economies, their education, and access to purchase what they have stolen from others. Those of us from the global south are not at all surprised that these same imperial powers would see no hypocrisy in dropping both death and dinner from the skies in Gaza. This is what they have done to every colonized people. They keep serving us death and dinner on one plate. One of the greatest examples of this is the United Nations, a grand theatrical performance of Western benevolence, while at the same time protecting imperial hegemony. It's been 153 days of bombardment and slaughter in Gaza, and the Security Council refuses to vote on a ceasefire. The United Nations has done nothing for the 18 million people who are facing acute hunger in Sudan as it enters its 47th week of war. It is time that we stop being surprised at every war crime and massacre we see on our screens, and we stop being surprised by the betrayal of democracy. And it's time that we wake up. The Palestinian resistance movement has always, and especially in the last 5 months, removed the veil of complacency and complicity in the crimes of these imperial powers. Their state leaders, their corporate lobbyists, their media, their education and healthcare institutions are complicit, invested, and or directly involved in genocide. There should not be any doubt in your mind that colonial and imperial states like Canada see black and brown bodies as collateral in pursuit of empire and making the rich richer. Whether that's mega projects ripping through indigenous communities in the south of Mexico, Congolese people being sent to their death in mines to extract minerals used to make our electronics, or setting up special economic zones in places like my homelands in Bangladesh, where women and children are exploited by transnational corporations to make the clothes on our backs. People say that we will not free Palestine, but that Palestine frees us. And that's because Palestine frees us from the illusion of safety and security that we seek by aligning our interests with the interests of empire. Today, on International Women's Day, a day with its origins in socialist feminist resistance, let us all free ourselves of the illusion that our governments, our education, our bank balance, our property, or our jobs will save us, because they won't. The only thing that will save us is each other and our collective resistance to empire and its reach into our lives. And yes, our resistance will always be punished with incarceration or death. But this is where our movements need to follow the lead of women and queers and trans folks, because these are the people who are disproportionately forced to look violence and death in the eyes and still have the courage to remain unwavering in our commitment to life.